Hello and welcome to this demonstration of Tunepal for iPhone. There are two ways of searching for tunes in Tunepal. Firstly, I'm going to demonstrate query by playing. So to do query by playing, you just launch the app, go to the record tab and then tap anywhere on the screen to start recording. So Tunepal will take 12 seconds of your recording and submit it to the Tunepal server for matching. So this has discovered three different versions of the tune Kiss the Maid Behind the Barrel. So I'm going to tap on the first version here, which is from Heinrich Norbeck's tune collection. So this gives you the ABC, the score in music notation, and you can play back the score to see what it sounds like. You can tap on the ABC button here, which brings you into the ABC notation that was used to generate the score. And then you can also tap add to my tunes, and then various other options become available once you've added the tune to my tunes. So when you add it to my tunes, it actually gets stored here in this section of the app, which is the my tunes section. But some of the other things you can do, for example, you can edit the music score if you notice that there are errors or whatever in the music score. This actually saves another instance of the tune in my tunes. It doesn't actually modify the original score. And then you can do various different web searches and links. For example, you can do a YouTube search for the tune. And you can also view the original source of the tune. So that one was from Heinrich Norbeck. Let's go back and see if we can find one from the session.org. So there's the version from the session.org. If you do a web search in here, you can tap on the session.org, and this brings you to that particular tune on the website, the session.org. So you can see lots of other useful information about the tune. You can sometimes find other settings of the tune and lots of interesting discussions about the tune from the session.org website. So you can also tap add to my tunes. Then the tune, like I mentioned previously, it gets stored in my tunes section on your device. So that's a music search. You can also do a keyword search. So this searches the tune title and the alt title, the second T header in the ABC notation for any of the words that you type in. So say, for example, we typed in Gordon because we want to try and find Lord Gordon. So there you go. This is all of the tunes with the word Gordon in the title. So let's say we pick Lord Gordon's from O'Neill's, and then we can do add to my tunes there as well. So that's how a keyword search works. So the next thing I want to show you is some of the options you can do here when you download the tune to your device and store them in My Tunes. So once they're stored in My Tunes, they're stored in a list like this, and you can search this list as well. So you could type, for example, BUCK, and you get the books of Oran Moore. So something else you can do here as well, you can delete the tunes. If you want to say, I've got a few different versions of Kiss the Maid Behind the Barrel, I want to get rid of one of them, you can tap delete there. And you can also reorder the tunes here. So to do this, you have to tap on the edit button, and then you just drag the tune to where you want it to go on the list, and you can reorder the tunes like that. So they're the sort of core features of Tunepal. So some of the sort of advanced things that you might want to do. First thing I'm going to demonstrate is doing a recording on an instrument which is not in concert pitch. So all the transcription in Tunepal basically presumes that you're playing in something like a D whistle or a D flute or a D chanter and an uilleann pipes. And if your instrument is not in concert pitch, what you need to do is change the transcription fundamental. So I'm going to give a demonstration of this playing on an F flute. So you go to preferences, change the transcription fundamental to be F, and then I'm going to try and do a match. Okay. So yeah, it's found it as the lilies in the field. Now I played it in F, but you'll notice that the music score is, well, what's the key that it's in? It's in D major. So that's the score that you get back. And that's how you do key invariant searches in Tunepal. They're not quite key invariant, but it allows you to do searches if for example, you were playing on a C whistle, or you were playing on a non-standard tuning. So some of the other options you can do, you can decide to limit your search to certain tune books in Tunepal, and this works for both the recording search and the keyword search. So if, for example, you just wanted to search the 5 volumes of Kjolrink and Heron, you just find those 5 volumes on the list. And now our search is going to be limited to just the Kjolrink and Heron books. You can also search for tunes, you can limit your search to certain key signatures as well, a certain time signature. So for example, if you just want to search reels, you just go into preferences and do a search for reels, and that's going to also limit by tune book. And then our transcription fundamental is set back to be D, so I can play on a D instrument. But now when I do a keyword search, let's see, what would I type? Let's try, well, we'll try down the broom. I think that must be in there. Oop, or OM. No matches. Okay, so we've got no down the broom. What about there's always tunes with made in the title. There we go. So we found these tunes. These are just searching the Kjolrink and Heron books. And yeah, also just searching for reels from the Kjolrink and Heron books. So I'll go back to the preferences and I'll reset that filter to be all, which is now going to search all tune books, and it's going to search for all time signatures now. Those searches actually also work for, those filters also work for the record search as well. So, and you'll get a warning if you have those filters enabled. So some of the other options you can do here, you can adjust the countdown. Now this is kind of important that you use a countdown, because the recording in Tunepal and the matching prefers there to be no silence at the start of a recording. So it's usually better to it's actually better to start playing as soon as the countdown starts, rather than wait for the countdown to finish. And this allows you to set a sort of configurable countdown. So you can count down, you can have a pause of up to 10 seconds before Tunepal starts recording. If you're using Tunepal in a session, many people like to set the countdown to be 0 seconds. So you can just hold your phone up to the instrument and it starts recording straight away. So I'll change that back to 3-second countdown. Animate just turns on and off the record animation. So you can email all your tunes. This basically takes all of the tunes from My Tunes, parses them into an ABC file, and then allows you to send them. That deletes all the tunes in My Tunes, and then there are various options here for playback. So for example, you can adjust the melody instrument. One that's quite nice is the Tango accordion. It's pretty nice sounding instrument. You can change the instrument that's used to play the chords as well, and you can also adjust the playback speed. And you can transpose. So for example, you could transpose your playback by 2 semitones, and then if you go into My Tunes, just have a listen to how that affects the playback. Alright. So the last option I wanted to show, actually there's a couple more things. First of all, language here allows you to change the language, so you can actually restart Tunepal in Irish. So that's going to quit the app, and then when you restart Tunepal, you'll see that the whole user interface is now in Irish. So yeah, if you don't have an internet connection, at the time of doing a search, they get stored here, and this is in your unsubmitted tag section, so there's none at the moment. But this basically will allow you to resubmit tags, resubmit pieces of tunes for matching if you don't have an internet connection at the time they get stored into here. This shows you a little map, and this map basically just shows you where you were when you searched for tunes. So well, basically anything you get added to My Tunes is going to show up on the map. Cower is just a help file. And then finally, the last link here is the Facebook link. So this just brings you to the Tunepal Facebook page, and this is typically where I post, the updates to the app and just whatever I'm working on related to Tunepal. Also, this is a great place if you want to give me feedback on the app. Just post something on the Facebook page. So that's Facebook.com/Tunepal.